Ông Hamming Tech, MP thành viên của vùng Clarinda.
ហើយក៏សូមស្វាគមន៍ដល់បងមេងហៀងតាក់ដែលគាត់គឺជាសមាជិកសភាផងដែរចា
I just start by acknowledging the traditional owner of this land and pay my respect to their elders, both past, present, and the future, to Daniel Chang, and to your dedicated team. I'm very delighted to be here to celebrate the Lunar New Year. 新年快乐，祝มงนำเมยจูนปอชนำថ្មី To all the distinguished guests that already been acknowledged, and can I join with Honourable Claire O'Neill to congratulate BHA for being honoured the Australian Owner of the Year here from Springvale. So well done, BHA. So can I say that Chinese Lunar New Year is a celebration of family gathering to celebrate the success of the past year and reset for another successful years to come. Here at Springvale, it's another celebrations of our multicultural diversity and the community that is inclusive for all. And I join with the previous speaker to celebrate the Lunar New Year here, another events that put by the Springvale Asian Business Association for this fantastic occasion. This work makes the sharing of our culture and the achievement of the social cohesive possible in our community. For that reason, I would like to thank the team of Daniel Chang and his many dedicated committee from first year, from Martin Lee in 1991 with Councillor Her Worship the Mayor Rose Blade. 27 years on, this event is still strong and going stronger and stronger. Can I just also say, introduce myself once again as a newly elected state member for Clarinda. I've grown up in this area for the past, from my first day when I landed in Australia 22 years ago. The community had gone from strength to strength. I remember Springvale, and I joined the President Daniel Chang. Springvale 20 years ago is so much different from Springvale now, and we're going to make it better, stronger, and even more vibrant, more sensational. So thank you so much for inviting me here again. I'm looking forward to the celebrations of the Chinese New Year. 新年快乐 chúc mừng năm mới ជូនពរឆ្នាំថ្មីចិនទាំងអស់គ្នាបាទសូមអរគុណ
Thank you, Mr. Tang. Let's welcome our last speaker, Honourable Robert Clark, State President of State Liberal Party.
Xin giới thiệu với quý vị là người cuối cùng sẽ phát biểu, đó là lãnh đạo của Đảng Tự do, ông Robert Clark.
គាត់ក៏ជាអ្នកនិយាយចុងក្រោយដែរគឺលោក Hon Robert Clark ដែលគាត់គឺជាប្រធានគណៈបក Liberal Party ផងដែរចា
Representative, other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very honoured to have been asked to say a few words today as a long-term friend of Saba and the Springvale Festival. I can't claim as long a record as Mayor Ros Blades going back 27 years, but I can remember a time before Martin Lee's hair turned grey. So I do go back a few years, and it's been a pleasure to be here when Stan Cheng and so many other presidents have contributed to Saba over so many years. Now you can tell it's an election year when guest speakers in their speeches acknowledge candidates, and Claire O'Neill acknowledged one candidate for the seat of Chisholm. Can I acknowledge another candidate, Ms Gladys Liu, who's been a long-term friend of mine and I believe will make one of the most dynamic, effective and successful members of the Federal Parliament and the Scott Morrison team. So I'm very pleased to be here today with Gladys Liu, and can I add that Gladys has been to almost as many Springvale festivals as I have. So good to have you here today, Gladys. It is terrific to see how well this festival has come ahead over the years, and it is a tribute to so much hard work and commitment by Saba members, by councillors and the City of Greater Dandenong. And when you look down the avenue today and see the stalls and the spectacle in front of us, you see how well it's gone. Daniel referred to the impact on real estate values in his speech, but of course those real estate values are a reflection of the vibrancy and the enthusiasm and the powerhouse that Springvale has become. And the festival is a key part of that. It's always been the benchmark for Lunar New Year festivals around the state, and it continues to be so. It's also a hallmark for multiculturalism. It's terrific that we've got 3 sets of translators officiating today. The Mayor was fantastic in the number of multicultural greetings she was able to give. My dear wife, who comes from Singapore, has only taught me some very poor words of Mandarin, so I can't match the Mayor, but I can say that I and all my fellow members of the Liberal team are very strong supporters of multiculturalism over many, many decades, going back to the day when the White Australia policy was scrapped and we were able to welcome so many people who were fleeing tyranny in Vietnam, and that's a commitment that continues, and it's wonderful that we live in a nation where there is a bipartisan commitment to multiculturalism. We are recognising the commencement of the Year of the Pig. Long-term friendship is a key hallmark and loyalty of the Year of the Pig. Another commitment and attribute of the Year of the Pig is towards prosperity and towards good times. And with an election year coming up, that is perhaps a particularly timely year in which to think about these things. Who is going to continue the prosperity that Australia has been able to enjoy over recent years, overcoming the setbacks of a decade or so ago, and who's going to provide the best safe pair of hands to continue to ensure prosperity, good times and opportunity in the years ahead. So I'm delighted to be here to join in the celebrations of the Year of the Pig, to wish everyone a very happy, successful and prosperous year ahead. And let me conclude in the very poor Mandarin that my dear wife has taught me. Xing Yan Kuai Le, Xing Yan Rui, Xing Yan Jinbu. Xie xie.
Before our presentation, let us welcome our CEO of the Great Dandenong Council, Mr. John Bennett, to the Dandenong support. In such a great event, without the council support, we can't have such a successful event. Thank you so much for the support in the all way round. 非常感谢丹迪朗市，对我们Springvale 的 event 非常的支持。
How could I say anything else but brilliant, Daniel? Thank you very much for this recognition. On behalf of the Mayor and Councillors, we do accept this with great appreciation ourselves. May we congratulate Saba and the business community as a whole and the Springvale community as a whole for not just making this a successful event, but the cooperation between us both, between Council and Saba, extends to all other things in this area. Ongoing developments that are occurring. 2018 has been a very, very successful year. But 2019, the Year of the Pig, will be another one when the Council will, with your cooperation and support, be rolling out the Springvale Boulevard project. We will be continuing the Springvale Civic Centre project. That's a $60 million investment by Council in its Civic Centre just 200 metres down the road. And I'm sure that there will be many, many other public infrastructure projects that we will deliver in time with your cooperation, reflected always through this recognition that you've provided. So thank you very much, Daniel.
Let's welcome Mr. Tim Kill to representing the Victoria Multicultural Commission to get the appreciation.